Yeah, girl, because I was ready to go. I was going to bust on Jasmine. I was ready to go. Mimi Faust. Girl, you ain't going to bust a grape. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva. And I am back here again to do another installment of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Y'all know it. You like it. You love it. You're here. You're watching this review. So you must be into it just as much as I am. All about Team Rasheeda. In this episode, we see the return of Erica Dixon. As you recall, that is Scrappy's first baby mama. They did attempt to make it work, but it just didn't work out, okay? Tiara has been making cameos, but now she's made herself full-fledged known by attending an event put on by Young Jock. We have the grand opening, of course, of Young Jock's salon that he does in partnership with the lady that gave him that fabulous permed style, looking like he was part of the Temptations, like he was trying to bring back the Motown sound. I don't remember exactly. I think they were somewhere still talking about Sierra. I will say this, these ladies are very protective about Sierra because Scooter and Keely and all of that, but it comes up in conversation that BK, her best friend, because he is my best friend, and I just, I really want them to give Sierra a teleprompter reading lesson, because it just sounds, I can't even really do it because it's just that awful. But Sierra learns from Tommie Lee that allegedly BK claims to only have 2 children, I think a 10-year-old and I don't know how old the other children is. But anyway, he has 2 kids under 10, I believe. But then there's 2 older children, supposedly. Because on Instagram, which makes all of us think, okay, are you blocked from his social media or what? Because how would you not see posts where he's posted that he has other kids? Oh, that's right. Somebody said it was in their DM. I think it was Tommie Lee was the one who shared it. I'm like, Sierra is always having these round table revelations. I think also, I don't know if it came out this episode, or maybe I'm mixing them up, but I think she also finds out about the other woman, which to me personally, in Sierra and BK's situation, you can look at it another way. BK is a little afraid to be involved with her. Like, he probably really digs her, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you still married, you ain't got no papers. And that's why I always tell people I'm really big on you being full-fledged divorced before we get involved in anything, because I don't know, you could be flipping the script, and I really don't even want to be bothered with men that have children that are under age. And honestly, given my last situation, I really just don't want to date anyone that has children, period. Honestly, grown, little, middle school, I don't care. I just no. I'm good. But Sierra learns this and is like shocked and appalled, and decides, as everybody else apparently did, that Jock's grand opening, which is supposed to be a happy occasion, would be the perfect place to do confrontations. So Tokyo shares her story about breaking up with Tiberius. What is that boy's name? Tobias? Is it Tobias? Y'all know I feel like boy name should be Tiberius. I've said this before, I'll say it again. He looked like a Tiberius. But either way, she was saying how he allegedly was cheating on her, and he was taking some girl out on a date for tacos, but hadn't taken her out on a date. My question to you, young lady, is whose fault is that for you continuing to allow? See, what you allow will continue. Maybe you should have told him take you out for tacos or something. I don't know. Tokyo kind of with her whole little storyline, like, I appreciate a girl that has like saved herself for the one, even though she says she's not doing it for religious purposes or even trying to save herself for marriage. Sex is very emotional, and but at the same time, I think some of that she's giving us is also insecurity, because she knows, well, I'm choosing not to share myself with this man, and I know that he's already has been sexually active, and so I have to worry about him cheating on me. if you have those type of paranoias about an individual, then that's just not the man for you. And you were right to just go ahead and move on from the relationship. And I think that would be best. Oh, and I did say, could you imagine a matchup between Hurricane Tommie and helicopter swinging, purse throwing Sierra, honey? She just whoop, whoop, whoop. But I don't know. That could be interesting, because I was like, please don't jump on Tommie. Tommie's a lot of things, and like Sierra was like, well, given the source, because she don't get along with Carly, I don't know if I can trust her information. Tommie is a lot of things. A drunk comes to mind, but Tommie has no reason to play those types of games. Like, you've done nothing to her. Carly was just outright disrespectful with it. You knew that she was involved with Scrap, but yet you injected yourself into the relationship. Such a thought. Some kind of way there was a conversation about Rasheeda saying that Kurt just bullied his way back into the house. And I'm just like, the truck was still packed. You could have just told him, turn around and don't come back. Yakety yak. But you did. You just like an usher, like, okay, come on in, have a seat. Like an usher. Have a seat. I don't know why Rasheeda be trying to talk all hard. Mama D. Y'all were hating on Mama D and her new glam my body. Don't y'all be hating on Mama D. I really like Mama D, because she's just living her best life out here, okay? She's showing up. And even before she had like the nip tuck thing done, I thought she looked good for a woman of her age. As a matter of fact, she doesn't even look her age. But her and her delusions of grandeur, the palace and the prince and all this, but she debuted her new song, honey, and she wanted to introduce the mother of her granddaughter, and people thought that she was giving away the sex of the child. No, she was reintroducing the world of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to Erica Dixon. So that was interesting. And Erica shares that, yes, she knows that Scrappy and Bambi are married, and it doesn't really bother her. She says she takes joy in knowing, however, that now, in addition to her, she no longer has to worry about being terrorized by Mama D. Bam can be terrorized by her now. That's awesome. Rasheeda's glad to see her. They concede to the fact that they really haven't been hanging out with each other since Erica left the show and haven't made time for each other. And so they have a sit down, and that's when Erica gets real. And that's when Rasheeda, of course, again tries to make it seem like Kurt bogarted his way into the house. He did no such thing. What happened is that you relented because you missed him. Because he's familiar, he's comfortable. This baby, you know, I don't know if we could ever get past that, but some women do it. Some women suck it up. There are women out there that are afraid to try. I mean, once you get to a certain age, you're kind of like, well, we've been together for 20 years, so might as well just stay together. I have an aunt that was like, fuck that shit. I think they were married for like 30-some years, and he did something. He jumped food, and yeah, she had to. But she didn't shoot him, but she did a show of force with that 45. Needless to say, that marriage was over. I was like, why can't more women be like my aunt? Like, just, you know, get hard, girl. Just let him go. Erica was like, you let him in way too easy. And what's up with Jasmine? We need to ride out on her ass. I was like, y'all ass is too old to be talking about going to ride out on somebody. No, what you do is, it's too bad that Georgia doesn't have the laws, like I think is in North Carolina and even Mississippi, where if someone interferes with the marriage, I should say knowingly interferes, because you have to have knowledge of it. And at this point, at this day and age, it's almost like you could have constructive knowledge, because there's too many tools available to do background checks on people. I will say this also, you should also, even if your man is divorced, you should also look into his ex-spouse too. Just lesson learned. Diva just giving y'all advice, news you can use, okay? But I kind of knew that if Scrappy and Bambi were coming back to the franchise and Bambi's pregnant, I kind of knew Erica Dixon would be back. That just kind of was like some sort of foretelling of her return. And you just kind of knew. And plus last week when Stevie J was like, does Erica know that Bambi is pregnant? And, you know, it's kind of like, okay, well, Erica Dixon's got to come back. I wonder if she's still selling those dresses. Spice and Tommie Lee. So remember, a couple of episodes ago, Spice and Tommie Lee have decided to team up and work together. Here's the problem. Tommie don't ever get nowhere on time because she's too busy drinking this wine she's supposed to be bottling and selling. She's getting drunk on her own supply. She stumbles into this video shoot that they're supposed to be doing, drunk out of her mind, claiming that Dior, the pig, was sick. She said he was doing something and she thought he was having a heart attack. 3 hours late, Tommie, really? We were all rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Girl, you need to get together. And then Spice came at her, but you notice Tommie didn't get booked with Spice. I was like, she's like, I ain't fucking with this Jamaican heifer. I do a lot of things, but I ain't fucking with her. I'm just going to listen. You know, I'm going to do a little pushback, but not too aggressively. So, Tommie, you need to get your shit together because it's my understanding that you now have charges from some mall altercation or mall brawl that you had. That's why I said people be like, these reality shows ain't real. Yeah, they do coach them along for the storylines because it's really just improv is what it is. But at the same time, Tommie is real life, can't seem to stay out of trouble. She trouble woman. And Tommie always like, well, you know, I am not an alcoholic. I don't have a drinking problem. Says every alcoholic out there that's in denial about it. Okay, you're drunk. If any time something interferes with your ability to do what you've got to do because you are voluntarily putting these substances into your body, you have a problem. And Tommie, I really do like you. And like I tell people, I was like, oh, Tommie, it's just something about you. I just really, really like you. And I think that you are really a good person. But because of all the childhood trauma and adversities that you've suffered and had to somewhat overcome, you still are always on the defensive and always ready to fight. And it's not necessary for you to fight anymore, sweetheart. But what you do need to do is fight to keep yourself out of trouble, because one day these cases aren't going to get dismissed and they're going to be taken away from your children. You have 2 beautiful daughters and I know that they need their mother. So I really pray that Tommie Lee gets it together, but I was like, she ain't going to try Spice, honey. Spice like, what is wrong? What is wrong with you? Bomba, get it together, girl. Okay. Keely and Blue Gavinci. It's Blue Gavinci or Blue Gavinci? Either way, her and Blue get together, and this is when Keely, I said this episode should have been called Team Rasheeda and Crocodile Tears, because Keely, Miss Hard Exterior, pretended to be crumbling because Blue is such a horrible individual and a horrible father. She doesn't want her son to be around him. And he is saying, you know, he wants to talk to Xavier. That's the name of the son. And she calls him and he sounds so sweet and cute. I'm like, oh, he sounds so precious. And she's like, I really want him to be real. Ain't no tears coming out of her eyes now. I really want to be in my son's life. And I want to be his life too. And I'm just like, what is it with y'all in court orders? Like, can't nobody go to court? I mean, Blue, is there a reason why you won't go to court and get proper custody so you can see your son? Because if you're not taking these actions, honestly, from Keely's perspective, I would say that you're not taking being the father of your son seriously. So, or are there already things in place and you're just not following them? And that is another reason that Keely is cautious about allowing you to see your son. Mothers who intentionally withhold their children from their fathers, and the father is really trying to be there, but you're feeling vindictive and you're hurt because it didn't work out, that's wrong. Now, if the husband is crazy and violent and has harmed you or your child or anyone, yeah, that makes sense. But if he really just is trying, give him a chance. So that was interesting, to say the least. At Jock's party, the grand opening for his salon, everybody's there. Jock is so excited. He had a dream that every chair would be filled with lovely ladies in this salon. I said, oh, Lord, Jock. He's glad that his business is going well, but one of the things he is not interested in is drama. I believe Kate Bocce was there, and they were asking him what's up with him and Keely. He's like, that I haven't talked to him in a couple of days. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. Sierra confronts BK about his kids. Tommie's there. She tells him that's what happened. This is what I saw. And he was like, this girl is crazy. She's been stalking me and making up things. Trust me, there are females out there. We just had Cardi B and Offset situation where this woman falsified DNA paperwork to say that Offset was the child's father, and then she ended up conceding to the fact that she lied. Females do shit like that. Some females out here are just crazy. I mean, trust me, I've come across a few. But still, Sierra don't know BK got another woman on the side that he been fucking with off and on for 10 years. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. But anyways, every time I hear her say that, I always think about the Prince song, If I Was Your Girlfriend. Baby, can I dress you? Let me help you pick out your clothes before we go out. Not that you'll help us, but sometimes, those are the things that being in love's about. Sugar, do you know what I'm saying to you this evening? Maybe I'm being a little sister in my eye. I said, won't you? Oh, shoot, I'm feeling that one. Ooh, I miss him so much, Jesus. Woo. So that the air is cleared, it's determined. Well, she's satisfied with the answer, but I would do further due diligence. Because one thing Tommie done, because Tommie was like, here it is right here. Okay, it was on social media, I guess. Somebody had posted the DMs. Before that, Tiara, I'm wondering, is she the oracle for the thoughts in the Lonely Hearts Club of Atlanta? Is she the Iyanla? I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I guess this is how they're going to onboard her back on, but she was like, I've been a bottle girl for years, so I know all the dancing girls, and I know Jasmine, and I know that Jasmine and Kirk have a son together, and everyone's treating Jasmine like shit, and they act like Kirk didn't do anything. It's not that we're not acting like Kirk didn't do anything, but the problem is that Jasmine knowingly and without any regard for the feelings of the wife laid down with Kirk and took the risk of knowing that they could possibly create a life. Because sex is more than just feeling good. The purpose of sex for a lot of people, especially when we're able, is for procreation. God made us that way. So I was just trying to figure out, like, I don't know why she trying to act like she's a victim in this. You're the one who knew who Kirk. Everybody in Atlanta knows who Kirk Frost is at this stage of the game, especially in that community that you come out of. And I don't know if maybe the dude, the Ving Rhames knockoff, pimped you out to do that. I don't know. It seems like you come from a pretty decent family. Your mom and your grandmother seem to have right good sense. But, I mean, it just, stop acting like you're innocent and that everyone is wrong for not liking you. Yeah, you are going to be viewed as a bad guy because you knew he was married. And that's one of the things that disturbs when you know someone is married. You just don't care about the feelings of the wife. Because men will tell you stupid shit that's, especially these young girls will fall for, yeah, you know, I'm going to be getting a divorce soon. I ain't happy. You know, we've been going through some things and yeah. And then you still waiting for him in hotels in some apartment he done put you up in, but he never stays the night. Or he's, what is it? What does SZA say? Your man is my man. It's your man. Ready for that. I just need him through the weekend. That's what y'all end up in. So I'm just like, girl, stop. Because none of us feel sorry for you at all. I don't feel sorry for Kirk either. And I'm kind of starting not to have any sympathy for Rasheeda because she's another one where she's one of those women that men will continue to do what you allow. Prayerfully, Kirk has learned his lesson from this recent incident, but who knows? And then again, we also don't even know if this is even a real storyline. There are rumors out there saying that Jasmine is just a cast member and her son is being used. Basically, this might as well be a script. In other words, this is not even a real situation. It's just being acted out as such. I don't know what to believe. It's Mona Scott. So that happens. Spice is at this grand opening, and Tobias is trying to holler at her. He like, well, hello. I'm like, honey, she is not your speed. Number one, she's an older Jamaican woman. And boy, she probably break you in half. And then I said, he must have a thing for women with the rainbow colored hair. He has that really catches his eye. He likes that type of stuff. But now that we've talked about Tiara and Jasmine, they come to the party too, because she was invited by Jock, okay? And Jock is like, I knew you were invited, but I didn't know you were invited her. And that's when all the women like come together in defense of Rasheeda. And I don't think Rasheeda was there. If she was, she got ghost. I know Kirk was there looking like, I am the captain now. I was like, what the hell he got on? Like he the general or somebody. Lord, Kirk, really. But either way, when he saw her, he was like, oh hell, do not look at her. Do not look at her. And so his whole thing is, I pay child support, and that's all. My thing is, in this situation, the child is innocent. It's great that you're providing support for your son, but your son needs you. And Rasheeda is not going to do anything to impede that relationship. And that's why I need for Jasmine to get an understanding. Stop coming for Rasheeda. Rasheeda don't want to see you. She don't want to look at you. She don't want to smell you. She don't want to see the back of your head. You are a painful reminder for her. Stop showing up doing these pop-ups. She don't want to talk to you. And it won't be long before Mimi Faust busts a grape on your ass. I felt like, I was like, and then Spice was the one who checked her. And they were like, who are you? I don't know. I was like, Jasmine, your little wafy skinny behind gonna get snatched up. And you gonna be praying for mercy for Spice. But because Spice was right. I don't have to know you to tell you in the wrong. Stop popping up trying to talk to Rasheeda. Okay? She don't want to talk to you. So you can't get mad for somebody telling you what's right. That's the bottom line. You look stupid. You really do. You look dumb as hell out there. So God bless you. Let this be a lesson. Close your legs to married men. Mona Scott, what are you doing? Are you doing this? I mean, this is awful. Season 7 has tragedies befalling the stars of Love and Hip Hop. So after Kirk left this party, and sometime after that, he has bags at the door. I'm like, oh, did he decide, I'm just going to leave Rasheeda in peace? That's what I was thinking. Say, oh, he's just going to leave and, go back and they can just live separately because he doesn't like the blue tape. When I saw the house, I said, the blue tape is still in this house. She was serious about that blue tape. But we learned that Kirk's mother passed away. And he was packing some things, I guess, to get ready to go wherever it is his mom was to be with the family. And Rasheeda just broke down and was like, I'm here for you. I was like, damn, Scooter's son got murdered. And both marriages are in crises when you think about it. Sierra and him are finalizing a divorce, and Rasheeda and Kirk are still together, but there's still a separation there. So it's just really sad. But social media still don't give a damn. I saw somebody had tweeted, while it is sad that his mom and dad, Kirk still ain't shit. I was like, damn, y'all are cold-hearted. But I'm so sorry to learn. I don't think we ever saw his mom on the show. But I guess she did spend time with the kids and stuff, and Carter really loved his grandma, and unfortunately grandma's not going to be around anymore. I think that this particular death will bring Rasheeda and Kirk back together again, even closer, and perhaps even stronger. I don't know. Life's short. I know Carly seems to think that Jock still is checking for her. Because they asked her about going to the party, and she's like, hey, I'm at the party. I was like, that's probably because you weren't invited. But either way, you should be focused on your other man that's BK's best friend. I can't remember what the preview showed, but I do know that we see the return of the Latin mamas. And Estelita is confronted about her flip-flopping, like you up here crying, asking for sympathy. And I was glad Erica Mena actually said something I can agree with, is that you out here looking real dumb. So we'll see how that plays out next week. I'm sorry I wasn't this high energy. I've been so tired. I know what it is. I need to start back taking my iron pills because I am just like, every physical You anemic. You anemic. You anemic. And I know I need to take my iron pills. And my friend gave me a whole big bottle of them to take, and now I don't know where they are. I have to find them. Thank you guys for joining. Again, please subscribe, please share if you like what you saw, and watch these videos and comment, and let's just have a really good conversation. So I have been Miss Sophia the Diva. You guys have been all that. And remember, you can learn a lot from reality TV, especially Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Even if it is unscripted reality, there's always a lesson to be found amongst the scenes.